All right, welcome everybody. I'm so excited. It's what a treat we have today.
I'm right there with you. I'm real excited. Really excited. If you clicked on this video, you already know. This is kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
Right?
Or Shrek.
We just went through the entire Shrek series of movies. We wrapped everything up last week. We wanted to do a little bonus video. Let's do a Shrek, because we're always talking about the Shrek video games. We didn't have an opportunity to talk about any of the games in particular. So it's like, how can we encompass that in some way? And it's like, how about we do a box art battles for Shrek? And get our friend Rusty on here. Also, would you consider yourself an avid Shrek fan, Rusty?
I am. I mean, the first two movies are some of my favorite, at least growing up as a kid. I watched the third movie, of all places, in my Spanish class, like in the 8th grade, I think in Spanish with the English subtitles or something like that. Or maybe it was in English with the Spanish subtitles. I don't remember. But beyond that, I've never seen Shrek Forever After, even though I have that film. So, and I think that might be Alex's favorite. So I need to get around to watching that.
It was
but I was a huge fan of Shrek 2 on the PS2. That was such a great little beat-em-up co-op game that I played with my friends growing up. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that ends up making an appearance here on these box art battles.
Mm-hmm. So for the uninitiated, what is the box arts battles? It's a little series we do where all the box arts are pitted against each other randomly. Usually it's an assortment of random video game box arts from all across the spectrum of consoles and games. This time around, my brother, I just instructed him to give us try to get the best 16 Shrek box art battles, because I don't think there's that many more Shrek video games. So like, well, we might as well have all the best ones here at least, so we can say it's the definitive best Shrek box art battle at the end of the day. So we don't know which ones made the cut. I'm sure we're not familiar with every game. I mean, I think I've looked into a lot of the Shrek video games, but it'll be fun to dissect the box art, because usually when we get into box art battles, it's like you pick apart like character design and stuff, but this is like, you know what you have. You're all working with the same assets, you know. No one's at an advantage. It's not like AAA versus indie box art battle, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think these will be familiar because to a lot of people, just because like the Shrek games are like a mainstay of like your bargain bin deal.
Yeah.
So like, if you ever digging through a bargain bin, you're gonna find a Shrek in there somewhere.
And there's some wacky ones out there.
There are.
All right, so it's going to progress tournament bracket style. There'll be 8 matches, and then the winners will progress until we have finally one Shrek box art battle to rule them all. I really don't know what to expect here. But it's exciting. So are we ready for the first one?
Yeah,
Let's do this.
Let's do this indeed.
Okay, so we have Shrek Forever After, the final chapter on PS3 versus Shrek Extra Large on GameCube.
That's a game?
I never heard that
Shrek
before.
Extra Large? Is that PAL only?
I was actually watching this on eBay. There was a bid I was watching for this the other day.
What?
I got outbid.
I've never heard of this. Is it like a brawler in like takes place during Shrek 1?
I have no idea what it actually is about, but I'm like, Shrek Extra Large, you gotta get that. Look at these there's like little egg creatures.
Yeah, what the heck is that? they're not in the. Is that like one looks like a marshmallow, and the other looks like Humpty Dumpty?
Yeah, are they like weird knockoff Humpty Dumptys or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so Shrek Forever After, we didn't talk about this in the review, but it was branded at the time as the final chapter.
I think I might have mentioned it in the review. Maybe I didn't. I thought I did, but
no.
Yeah, the final Shrek, the final chapter, and this was the movie poster. This was the thing. I remember seeing this in advertisements. This was like the thing. This is like you would see.
Okay, what?
Which by the way, compared to what the movie is, I hate this.
Yeah, not
I absolutely hate
it.
Since I have no context for the film, this just looks really weird. Like that Shrek, like the third one up on the left there. Like, what is going on there?
He looks like the cave troll from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, he does.
Took on Shrek form.
Okay, but I gotta say, the first thing that striking to me is Shrek's face. Like, why does he look like that? He's looking
It's
at
such
the
a-
camera, but like looking off, and it's
It's-
not even like he's that angry. It's just a weird expression
Yeah,
he got
it's
going
like-
on.
It's like, to me, it's like the people in marketing were like, okay, well, we need to have Shrek's iconic head shape. We got to have the things poking out. We got to have that. So we have to have that. But he has to be facing off against Rumpelstiltskin here, and it's like it just doesn't work. Like
No.
it's just, I like the idea of what they're going for, and I like the idea of the movie poster, which is what this is. But it just, it feels like they just sort of like stuck his head on his body where it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's just,
Not only that, but I'm not a fan of like the ensemble cast we have going on here. Well, you got Rumpelstiltskin and 3 witches versus
No.
Shrek and 3 other ogres. I mean,
yeah.
it's
Not at all.
I will say though, the higher quality assets of the box art on Shrek Forever After look way better than the scuffed Shrek extra large art.
it's
Which
very
I think
scuffed. It doesn't
good.
look like a thing that would be put out by the creators. Like
Yeah, that's what
it's
I
very
mean.
off-brand.
It looks like like a fan art almost. Donkey looks exactly like Donkey, but like
Yeah.
Shrek doesn't look right.
Shrek almost looks too green, and I've never noticed how piercing his eyes are, especially in the Shrek extra large one. Like they almost look red when I think he has.
Oh yeah,
brown.
they kind of do. Yeah, well, you get that like nice hazel color in the final chapter.
Yeah, and it almost looks like Peach's castles in the background. I like the kind of almost Mario 64 design they're going for here.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that looks more like that than any of the buildings in the actual first movie.
Yeah,
do.
what is that? I don't know what they're going for there, but I guess it
It's-
doesn't. I guess they didn't care really.
Well, yeah, and those are the Goombas over there that did the. You get
Yeah,
Yeah, I
basically Mario 64 reskinned.
As
Classic-
as very knowledgeable Shrek fans, that's going to be the thing that sticks out to us the most is these egg creatures that never have been seen before. But
Of course, we all know classic developer TDK.
TDK, yeah.
I know I've seen that logo before, but I have no idea what they're responsible for.
Okay, so I pulled up the Shrek extra large little wiki here. It says this game is an action adventure game released in
Okay.
2002 by Digital Illusions CE. The game is based on the Shrek movie series, developed exclusively for GameCube, where you control Shrek on a quest to rescue Princess Fiona and the land of Sweetsville.
Oh,
You travel to a
that's-
total of 10 locations, doing events in each level.
I guess that explains these marshmallow egg creatures.
So he's just
so
doing
I
his
don't-
own adventure that we've never seen before from Shrek.
Except I don't see the classic only for GameCube corner in the corner there. So
Yeah.
I don't know how much I believe that. Though actually, I don't know if that didn't show up on PAL. This is the PAL box art. I actually
Yeah.
don't think that was on PAL boxes, even if it was exclusive. So I might be incorrect about that, but regardless, okay. Well, that's good for context, but at the very least, we got to judge the box art. So,
Which one are you gravitated towards, honestly?
I like extra large. I mean, the color, the contrast there looks a little strange. Again, Shrek is just like way too green looking. It's very strange. Like you said, Donkey looks the exact same, but I love the Mario 64 backdrop they got going on, where the
Mario 64 clouds too. Look at that. That looks
Yeah.
like N64 sky hype right there.
it really does. I really like that.
I don't know. I feel like almost for the high resolution alone, I'm tempted to go with Shrek Forever After.
I'm kind of feeling you. Again, I like the idea. I think the composition is good. I almost wish that they didn't pick the other ogres in the movie because, like, no one knows who any of them are. Like, why you just have some of the other
Yeah,
characters?
no one cares about the witches either. That's the problem. I mean, Rumpelstiltskin doesn't really have like iconic villains to be with him, but I mean,
The Pied Piper. Hello.
Pied Piper could have been there. Maybe he's
Yeah.
not in the game, and they don't want to highlight that.
Maybe.
He doesn't make
Yeah.
it, he should be in the game though. I feel like that's asking for like a musical sequence where you like
A rhythm action sequence.
Yeah. So I'm
The Shrek extra large also looks like a Photoshop fan project. Like extra large looks like something that was literally created in Microsoft Word art.
yeah, there's word art right there.
Yeah, it is. Extra large. Using the oh crap, what is it, the filter to make it so it fades into the darker green. I don't remember
Yeah.
what that feature was, but yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
it's both positions of Shrek kind of bother me. Like Shrek extra large, he's looking at you and he's got these guys like, "Hey, look at what I'm doing here," and then the other one is just really disturbing on multiple levels. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. This is tough for me.
Look, I'm gonna vote for Shrek Forever After. I can't deny the fact that Shrek Extra Large looks like a fan art, like not super well done fan art.
Yeah.
But I mean, Shrek Forever After does look like is such a weird look, but
Yeah.
Not that I should ever give the upper hand to the game that actually has trophies available for it, but I think, I guess I could be swayed for Shrek Forever After.
are you voting Shrek Forever After?
Yeah. What is that your final answer?
I mean, if I had to choose, which I do, Extra Large I think is just more fun.
Okay.
I just feel like Forever After is just more the stereotypical like poster that you see at the movie theater.
There is a charm to Shrek Extra Large that I can't deny, but I'm gonna have to go with Shrek Forever After as well. I again, composition. I like the sort of framing of like they're sort of like versus each other. I hate the way Shrek looks, but other than that, and like again, character choice is a little weird, but other than that, I like it for the concept. Shrek Extra Large, charming fan art style box, but like, come on, you gotta do better than that. With
I'm
Shrek,
so
man.
tempted to find out what's going on with those marshmallow creatures, though. Like, look at that
I know.
face.
I wish you'd won the game if you were watching it on eBay.
I know.
Yeah.
Look, but the second one, you look at his little face. He's got like his tongue out. Is that what's going on?
What?
The little
the
marshmallow.
little one who's like, oh, yeah, maybe.
Man, there's potential there. They could have done something better with those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know whatever those creatures are. They weren't in the original Shrek. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, Sweetsville. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. Shrek Forever After wins that match, huh? Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, we got a classic right here.
Oh, nice.
So we got Shrek on Xbox versus Shrek the Third on Wii.
Hey, he's got with Shrek's
I love
horrifying eyebrow hair.
I've
almost looks
always
like
loved this one. Yeah.
Pete Door emote there. It's almost like the right side of his
Yeah,
face.
the door right. Yeah.
I've always loved this box art, even though it like does expose the weird textures that go on with his eyebrow. You really get in there, but it's just so striking.
Honestly, I'm kind of with you. I've kind of always sort of secretly loved this box art.
Me too.
I don't know what kind of velvet like cushiony room he's chilling in, but
it's almost psychedelic.
That's the all new environments, and
plus
it's
new characters designed by Todd McFarlane.
That's kind of wild, though.
Yeah,
Todd McFarlane is like classic comic book designer. You know,
Oh, wow.
creator of Spawn.
All right.
Yay!
I mean,
some people in the audience.
Yeah. Shrek the Third, on the other hand.
Oh, so much white space up there. You know, there's just not a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
They've done so much more.
That's weird.
They phoned it in for this one.
What was that, Zach?
They phoned it in for this one. For
They
sure.
did kind of. I don't really get what Donkey's sheepish weird toothless fin is all about. Why is he missing teeth? That's my next question. Is he actually missing those teeth on model? Like,
He's got
I
to.
don't know.
I've never noticed that.
I
If
think
that's the
so.
case. I mean, I'll give it this. Shrek's smile is good because it doesn't show the weird, awkward changes that they made to the model. Where every time he opened his mouth, it was like showing off his severe underbite the whole time. In Shrek the Third, in particular, it was very off-putting. So he just has his normal smile here.
Yeah, it's a much better look than what we were working with in some of these other ones. I mean,
Yeah.
and by like just like graphical standards alone, I mean, he looks much better than he does in the Shrek Xbox one. But it's so funny how they get so in there, and it's like it doesn't look good. His face doesn't look good, but they got in there.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Respect.
show, and it's weird because again about the Shrek the Third. I guess you could argue they don't show you anything about in the Shrek original box art. But I mean, you have Shrek. I mean, that's your selling point of your game is this guy, the big man himself, the big green ogre. There you go, you got him.
In the
He's up close
strip
and
club.
personal.
Yeah.
There's something to be said
and-
about its simplicity, I think.
Yeah, whereas Shrek the Third, like they could have done. Like, I totally agree with you. That movie has like a lot of location changes. I don't know why here they're just like, yeah, just like a generic background, and like it fades into the white of the Wii logo, and it's like,
It's like-
come on, like do something.
I don't think they were proud of the product they put out. That's the impression I get from that. It's like, if you want to pass on this one, it's fine. But it's Shrek the Third. It's here. Because when I played a little bit of it and it wasn't great, but I haven't played a lot of it. Shrek the Third.
Is it a beat 'em up as well, similar to the second game, or something different?
It's basically like more or less, but it's only a single player experience.
There's no Gauntlet 4-player co-op. Like there was a Shrek 2, one of the Shrek 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not on that level. So it's Shrek, right? It's Shrek.
I gotta tell you, I'm not overly keen on the all new environments plus new character design. I don't like that necessarily right on the front of the box. Like I almost feel like you cut that out. Like you just have Shrek. Just there he is, Shrek.
I think potentially when we get to later rounds, that we could really pick this box art. It might not stand the test of time, but for me, it's so easily better than Shrek the Third.
I agree with you. Why did they even? Another thing, also, why did they tilt the logo on the Wii box art? Why did they do that? They off-centered it a little bit.
A little bit
What's
of
the point
edginess.
of that?
His head is kind of tilted a little bit, so maybe to be in alignment with his head.
To balance out the tilt of the crown on his head. Bam, bam.
Yeah.
Maybe. It looks.
They thought they had something with that one.
Donkey's weird, like, yeah.
And Puss in Boots is there.
Puss in Boots is just here for some reason.
That's a selling point for the kids. So
yeah,
they should have had him. They might as well have sold out and just had him do the cat eyes right on the box art.
They should have done the cat eyes. Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, so I vote for Shrek.
Hold on. My vote is for Shrek also. I'm just trying to see. So they really did detail on like they even had like the tear duct and stuff, which that's wild. And the veins of the eye are there. His horribly disgusting eyebrow hair.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what's in the reflection of his eye.
Oh.
There's something there, and I'm trying to figure out what that is.
It almost looks like the Three Blind Mice or something like that.
That's not what I'm getting. I think it's maybe doing an effect where we all see different images.
Oh, maybe.
That could be it too.
I think it's supposed to be just the room that, like, kind of like the room he's in, sort of still, but like
Probably.
I don't know what the intent there was.
It's the room that the game developer is in. It's a picture.
Yeah, maybe it's like a picture of the game developer working on the computer.
I would have done that. Sure.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
All right. So what do you vote for, Rusty?
Gotta be Shrek.
All right.
Xbox.
Shrek moves on.
Is that a launch game on the Xbox?
Could have been.
Maybe not a launch game, but it was early. I feel like it was pretty early.
2001, and the Xbox came out, what, November-ish of 2001?
Yeah. So
that's when Halo came out.
Yeah. It might have been a launch game.
Yeah.
So, along with Star Wars Obi-Wan.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, here's the thing too. With your Shrek, you had your Shrek-sized controller with you had the Duke.
That's right.
The Xbox. There you go.
Yeah.
Are we ready for round 3?
Let's do
this. Oh no!
Whoa! Shrek 2: Beg for Mercy versus Puss in Boots. I've never seen Shrek 2: Beg for Mercy in my life.
Yeah, I've
never
heard of it.
How? There's no way that he randomized
Just
got
Pete.
2 puss on puss action.
Pete, do you Puss? Pete, do you have Shrek 2? If you're watching this, you gotta let us know if you have that on your Game Boy Advance collection. Your Shrek.
That is the creepiest Puss in Boots face I think I've ever seen. That is weird.
So it is similar to the Shrek 3 one that we just saw, but it's way scarier.
Yeah. Like, the longer you look at that, the more it just seems like he's looking into your soul.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I gotta say, I am, however, I love the like very like Jack Sparrow almost looking that he is in in the Puss in Boots box art. I like that a lot.
You can even see the leather on his hat there.
No.
I'd much rather, like, if I'm looking at these, I'm like, yeah, I want to play Puss in Boots, see what he's up to. But Shrek 2: Beg for Mercy, like, what is it? It's like a side scroller following Puss in Boots. I don't know how it ties into Shrek 2. Like, is it leading up to Shrek 2, Puss in Boots? I don't know. Because like this is all focused on Puss, so it has to be a spin-off thing.
You would think, well, beg for mercy. Yeah, that's a line he says, so you would assume that. It's interesting where it's not called like Shrek 2, Puss in Boots, Beg for Mercy. It's just called Shrek 2, Beg for Mercy.
Yeah.
Maybe there are more characters playable in it. I don't know. It looks to me like it is intentionally very Puss in Boots centric.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't like that box art at all.
No, in fact, you could say I hate it. I really don't like. I don't like the shine on the sword. I don't like
I don't like the
creepy,
sky. I don't like the
smile.
the effect on the Shrek 2 logo. I don't like the outer glow.
It's also like there's also like this weird filter on the box too. Did you see that? I don't know if this is. It might be
quality.
just. It might just be the quality of the picture.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe it is, but I don't know. The Game Boy Advance logo looked good to me. Like that looks normal, whereas like it looks like the rest is maybe a little too soft. But yeah, maybe it's just the prop. Maybe it's just what the logo or what the picture that we have.
And I mean, there's not much to dissect here. Puss in Boots. The only thing to really look at is you got the sword going through the S.
I do like that. That's a nice touch.
So going through the S, I like covering one eye and kind of like instead of it's like a he's like very like, oh, he's serious, but he's got like a self-satisfied, smug.
Now hear me out. Should they have done the same box art but replace Puss in Boots with Humpty Dumpty?
No.
No, I don't think so. I'm hearing you out, but I don't think that's right.
I think there's something there. That would have been striking. Humpty Dumpty's face is something else. If you just had the whole white box art, just Humpty Dumpty's face in the middle.
It would be called like Puss in Boots Humpty Dumpty's Adventure or something. I don't know.
Have you guys played Puss in Boots?
I have not played it. No.
Have you?
Yeah, it's like an on rails platformer adventure game. It's very strange. Yeah,
weird.
It has like a bunch of QTEs and things like that. It's pretty interesting.
Huh.
THQ does some really. I love how also the comment below. I swear I randomized these matchups.
I saw that.
This is kind of wild, like how similar these are. Really,
yeah.
But like Puss in Boots is just so much better. Like in basically every conceivable way.
Yeah. So straight up, I vote for Puss in Boots.
Yeah,
has to be.
No, but yeah, THQ was like. This is. I think that I would say this is before pre-bankruptcy. They were doing some really interesting. They were trying. Man, they were trying. They were trying with all their licensed products they had. They were like, I'd say, they were one of like the last major holdouts of like the licensed game development sort of stuff. I mean, you had, I guess, EA doing some of that, but THQ is one of the ones that continued it on into the 360 era.
Yeah.
Whereas we haven't really seen, it's not nearly as prevalent anymore as it used to be.
No.
Unfortunately.
Movie tie-ins don't really happen as much.
All right, are we ready for the next one?
Yeah, Puss in Boots. It's very clearly. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh
yeah. I've mentioned Fairy Tale Freakdown on a couple of our reviews, just because I remember that being a name of a game and me being like, it's called Fairy Tale Freakdown.
Oh,
that is amazing.
It's a Game Boy Color game too.
There's
this
much.
Is the one Pete should have because he's working on a Game Boy Color collection. So here you go, your Game Boy Color Fairy Tale Freakdown.
So Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown versus Shrek Super Party on GameCube, which I have played.
Oh my!
Not good. I like how it says, "Oh, they're both TDK, baby." Shout out to TDK again. From the makers of Shrek Extra Large, baby. Wow. Yeah, and you can tell they all have like the hint of fan art to them. But
they do. they do, yeah.
An ogreific party game for up to 4 players. How is that even a thing? Ogreific? It's not even a play on another word. You just put ogre in there. Like terrific. Ogreific?
Yeah. I am not a fan of the caricature designs of the characters at all.
No.
It's like they actually went out to the boardwalk and got some caricatures done, I think it looks like.
It kind of looks like that's what they did, yeah. Now you've played this. Do the characters look like this in the game? Do they have like a big head design?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, that's why they did it then.
Yeah, because it's like essentially what it is like a board game, kind of
Mario Party
thing. Yeah, it's like a Mario Party ripoff, but was not fun though.
But missing a key component, i.e., it's not fun.
I'm sure it's fun with the right people. Like if we all got together, play some Shrek Super Party, it could be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably have as much fun with Sonic Shuffle. I think.
But yeah, there's a lot of. I kind of remember there being a lot of Mario Party ripoffs that would do this kind of design. You know, the big head. Like for some reason, it lends itself to that kind of design. I guess, but Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown. What an angle!
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, we're really down. With what's his name again?
Thelonious.
Yeah, we're really down with Thelonious here. He's just like. He's about to get dunked on. He's about to get freaked down.
Freaked down. I hate what they did with the text. The Fairy Tale Freakdown. They made room for his arm, and they shifted over the tail.
I hate that too. That's terrible. Why did they do that?
Yeah. Yeah, the spacing is so unnatural compared to the other words.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why they did that.
But okay, so we have like a little cast of characters on the side. They're all kind of like, I don't know what's going on. Like he's in a wrestling match and they're all cheering on, I guess.
Yeah, so
like.
But you got the iconic bear from Shrek on the right. Everyone remembers Bear.
What?
And
oh yeah. What was that? Where's their bear? I'm trying to remember where the bear is. Probably it's like the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, probably just amongst all the fairy tale creatures, probably one of the family of bears, probably.
But then we get our mainstays of side characters like Pinocchio and Gingy and the Big Bad Wolf and the Three Little Pigs.
Yeah.
But then there's just like a random generic like fairy floating, I guess, over there, and there's like a witch.
Lord Farquaad's over there.
Lord Farquaad right above the E for everyone. Rating.
That's awesome.
He's just screaming over there. Like, oh!
Look at that. There's like a little fairy between Shrek's legs.
What? Oh yeah, there is. That's weird. That's weird.
That's crazy.
I was gonna say we have the three blind mice up above Donkey.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's someone peeking in. There is someone peeking in between Shrek's legs. That's weird.
Okay, so. Man,
I think just for like detail alone,
yeah.
I mean, I hate what they did with the text.
The composition is rough.
The composition is bizarre, but I think it's intended to be like, oh, it's chaotic. It's a
freak down.
It's a freak down. It's a fairy tale freak down, and here we go. But I just like the fact that they included all the characters. It's not in a very good way, but it's an interesting way. I guess it's unique. I guess you could argue Shrek Super Party is also unique, but they're all ugly.
Mm-hmm. Lord Farquaad almost looks like he has a spray-on tan on the Super Party box. Like, what is going on there? He looks orange.
True. Yeah, is there much to say about Shrek Super Party?
Well, they're all riding barrels, so I'm assuming there's probably a barrel riding mini game.
Yeah.
Like Bumper Ball's ripoff from Mario Party 2.
Yeah.
It's a big selling point. Selling point for them.
I would also say half of Donkey's face is like covered up, which is weird.
Yeah, it almost looks like Shrek's like shooing him away.
Yeah, just Shrek's trying to.
Yeah, I don't want to see this box art again.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not very good. That's for sure. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not a fan of the big head caricature style.
I mean, so far, most of the Shrek box arts we've seen have possessed that quality that Shrek always seems to have, that slight meme quality to it. But
slight meme quality. I mean, Fairy Tale Freakdown to me is more of a meme quality. Like the face Shrek is making is horrifying. But I love this box.
It really is.
I love this box though. It's like it's so good. I mean, I gotta give it up to Fairy Tale Freakdown. Honestly, there's so many problems with it, but Super Party is horrifying.
At least they applied like some crest white stripes to the super party teeth of Shrek, and then the other one for Freakdown. He's just like, it's just full on Shrek teeth. Yikes.
Yeah, so yep, I'll vote for Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown as well.
Yep, me too.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yikes.
Shrek
What?
Treasure Hunt on PlayStation? And Shrek Ogres and Dronkies?
What?
On the DS. This game doesn't exist.
On the DS?
I don't believe
What are
this.
these games? Shrek Treasure Hunt? Is it like a puzzle game? Is it like one of those like point and click like puzzle finding games?
I hope so. That sounds awesome.
Developed by Way Forward.
What?
No way.
Well, it says TDK Impulse on that. That must be the publisher, but like, what?
Players train, play, and explore with characters and environments from the Shrek series. It's a virtual life DS game developed by
what?
Way
Virtual
Forward.
life? What?
Well, Ogres and Dronkies was Way Forward?
Yeah.
A virtual life game?
I don't know what that means.
What is it, like freaking
Like Nintendogs?
Nintendogs with ogres and dronkies?
Or
Ew.
Never used the
This is-
term dronkies before.
It literally looks like
That's
you're
what-
in.
It's what I think they referred to them at that. Is that in?
Did they?
They don't. I don't think they ever say it, but like in the credits and stuff, that's what they're always referred to as.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this legit looks like Nintendogs, like Viva Pinata with little baby ogres and
my.
dronkies.
Well,
This looks really weird.
this
A
was all. It
horrifying
was all.
abomination.
It was all worth it for these two games, I think. All right, Shrek.
I think. Yeah, we have more Shrek fan art. It's Shrek Treasure Hunt.
Shrek. I love both of these, honestly. Here we go.
Yeah.
Shrek Treasure Hunts. His facial expression is on point.
Oh, yeah.
he's
Yeah, I mean,
so
I love how
concerned.
Fiona is just like Fiona's getting in with the meme factor reaction face too.
What is in the? So they're just so shocked because the blind mice made off with their stuff, or
I
what?
guess.
Like, there's nothing in
What
this
do we even
basket. Whoa!
got there?
I think they're just
Like,
surprised that there's nothing left. It's like
Glass of wine. Is that an onion that the second one's
it's gotta
holding?
be like
Yeah.
I think there's just a couple onion scraps left in that basket, and they're like, "Oh
Yeah, I
my
think that's
god,
what that is, yeah.
our onions!"
The layers are gone.
Treasure
I lost
hunt.
the layers.
The fact that it's called treasure hunt, but it looks like they're just on a picnic. What kind of treasure hunt is this?
It's got, I mean, I'm telling you,
Do you
it's gotta
play
be
as
like
the
a-
three blind mice and you're hunting for treasure? Maybe.
It's got to be like one of those like finding puzzle games, like the you
Yeah.
would go to like your local Walmart and get one for like $3, and it's like you put in your CD-ROM, and there you go. There's your Find It game, and Grandma can go and click and find all the hidden things.
I love that
No.
thought. Look at Fiona's
I love-
face.
I know, well, that's what I mean. She's getting out on the meme factor here. She's like, whoa.
Oh, I would never have that reaction to this. But okay.
Yeah, I think honestly, Shrek looks like he's like he looks more like he stepped in something. You know, it's just like more than she's like
looks-
shocked.
I mean, if you look at it the wrong way, it could look like he's like submerged in something. You know, it's only the torso up. He's like, ah, I'm stuck in quicksand.
Quicksand. Meanwhile, the one on the right, that Shrek has the
Oh my gosh.
especially the left half of the face there. He's seen whatever those children did has scarred him eternally.
What a fun box art we have here. Just a fun ogres and dronkies just having their putting him through hell. But how do you feel about the mud behind the ogres and dronkies and the logo?
I don't like it.
I only like it because it's a callback to like the original Shrek when All Star starts playing.
Yeah, where you
Take
But
back, bring
for the
Shrek
context-
back to his roots, his muddy roots.
But for
baby.
the context of this box art though, and like what the game's about, it doesn't make any sense why it's there.
it makes me think more of crap than it does.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about babies. We're talking about all the babies here.
Oh.
It makes me think more of
It does.
I think
It
it is
did. That's
in the
immediately what I
mud.
thought. Yeah.
yeah, but it looks to me more like poop. Like we're gonna go there that way with it.
And you
That's
see,
great for everyone.
at the bottom right, you see the little swamp in the distance. Then to the left, but to the left is like, I thought it was an island at first. Like,
yeah, it looks like a beach over there.
It does,
so
yeah.
Like I thought the whole thing behind him was an island, but then I look, I'm like, oh no, that's his swamp. So it's very weird. It feels like they're on an island, but yet they're not. It's just where the swamp is.
Yeah, I almost feel like it might have worked better if they just didn't have a background on this one.
Yeah.
You know, like if they just have been a white background, would have fit the DS. It would have been really simple, focusing on Shrek and the children.
And that mud really would have splashed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. But I can imagine like someone with the Shrek Treasure Hunt though. So like that one uses the CG models. Shrek Treasure Hunt, they commissioned an artist to draw that. That is drawn. That's like oil and pastels.
Well, especially Fiona, like you can really tell.
Yeah.
With her, I feel like.
Yeah.
I was thinking of just look at Shrek's hand, where you can tell like the shading and everything on that. That's like some oil on pastels right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and who knows where they are? What's his background? He could be anywhere.
It was just in a.
It's also a desert, potentially. But look,
or a field. Almost looks like a field, like a field in like rolling hills or something.
Yeah.
So what is that? That the mice on the right is holding? Is that like their little torch? A little light in it?
Yeah, I mean, it looked almost to me like he was like blood or wine or something in a goblet.
Yeah.
I think it's wine in a goblet or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
But why?
And then you have a little treasure map in the logo.
Yeah. Treasure hunt.
So how are we feeling about these? You feeling good?
I don't think there's a whole lot of standout features for either of the covers. As weird as it sounds, I feel like Ogres and Dronkies, it would have helped, as you were saying, Alec, if the entire background was white. Because then, I don't even know. The bottom two right and left corners, I feel like, contradict themselves of like where this is supposed to be taking place.
Yeah.
And it's also weird that the baby ogre flying on the Dronky on the right, and even the one on the left, it almost feels like it's like whited out. Like the further you go back in the picture, it's fading out almost. Like it's not as clear as the pictures we see at the very front with Shrek and the two babies. It's just a very strange design choice.
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, I'm gonna vote right now. I'm saying it's Shrek Treasure Hunt. I mean, they commissioned an artist to make this.
Yeah.
I honestly, I would hang this up somewhere. Like this is, it's
you
not
would
great.
Personally?
No. No, I'd hang it up somewhere. I wouldn't hang it up in my home, but I would hang it up.
That's how we hang it up.
Yeah, just hang it up somewhere, you know. Yeah, you could go to Shrek Treasure Hunt. You put it up on your community board, you know, like somewhere, like in your local town office. You pin this up. No, but like I don't know. There's just like a really goofy, homey quality to this. Also, sky hype in the background here.
Yeah.
Those fluffy clouds look really nice, whereas it's very bland, and I don't like the fade in. I'm imagining the Shrek Ogres and Donkeys like the Toy Story 2 posters, where it was just like all of them on a white screen or like a white backdrop. Just would have worked so much better. Sometimes just focusing on the characters is a better way to go.
Well, yeah, that's like.
But also, the Dronkies creep me out, and so for that reason alone, I would have voted for Shrek Treasure Hunt. But I actually really like Shrek Treasure Hunt. The box art, I think, is very charming. So
I do think there's something striking about Ogres and Dronkies, though. That face, it just draws you in. It's like, whoa, he's in distress. And look at these babies. This baby's picking his nose on his head. I can't even imagine being in his shoes, you know? But you're gonna.
The baby ogres kind of freak me out, to be honest with you. Like, they just look weird.
So what's your vote, Rusty?
I'm going with Treasure Hunt as well.
All right. Yeah, I'll vote for it. I'll vote for it. Doesn't matter. But
okay. It doesn't matter.
It's I don't know. I love the meme quality about it, though. There's
Ogres and Dronkies would definitely pop on a shelf, though.
Like, for sure. Yeah, you take that off your shelf and you have this.
Like, whoa.
Shrek's like, ah! Shrek's seen some things. I mean, Treasure Hunt Shrek has also apparently seen some things, too. So.
Are we ready for the next round?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is. Shrek
Classic.
2. Oh my god.
Classic
Yeah.
Shrek 2.
Shrek doesn't stand a chance anymore. It's over.
This is the GameCube version.
Versus
Rusty's got the
Shrek
Xbox.
Got the
Swamp
Xbox.
Cart Speedway. Oh shoot.
What's with the
Oh god.
what?
The poor
What's with-
bird.
What's with Donkey's like DK ass cart here?
It is.
Like,
It is.
like it looks like DK from freaking Double Dash. That's his cart right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, Shrek 2, it's like it improved on everything that Shrek, the original box art title, did. I mean, you don't have there's something to be said about the one eye in frame, but look, it's like so much better quality, you know, they improved the model.
Eyes are like offset though. That's the thing that's a little weird about.
Oh,
His
They
eyes
are.
are kind of crooked.
They are a little weird looking.
I mean, he's looking. He's not looking dead on. He's looking slightly off. He's looking up, kind of past over your shoulder when you're looking at it. It's still very weird.
Yeah.
but they did go with
He
what
also-
we were kind of talking about with the last box art, where it's like you just give a simple background and you just let Shrek splash on your box art, baby.
You almost have some freaking Tony Hawk like graffiti in the back.
That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking. I was like, this reminds me of Tony Hawk's Underground 2 specifically. It's the same color,
Yeah.
orange, and yeah.
I will give it up. I love some of the details of like the sort of like stubble on Shrek's chin. And another thing that I actually really like about this box art, the logo is casting a shadow on the top of his head.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Oh,
That's
nice.
awesome. I actually really like that detail a lot.
He is
Yeah.
under it. He's there. He's under the logo, actually.
So Shrek Swamp Cart Speedway.
Oh my gosh.
So they really...
Shrek is riding his outhouse
He
here.
is. Yeah. And they put this awful effect on both of the characters here.
Oh no! Yeah, the cloud.
It's like, oh, look
around-
how they're trying to go with speed, I guess. Like, look how fast they're going, and it really does not illustrate speed. It's just like ghostly, you know.
Yeah,
It honestly
Yeah.
looked like someone put this together like in an afternoon. Like this was someone on the marketing team's like afternoon work. They maybe put an hour into this.
Well,
It just
sh-
looks very easily done.
Shout out to our boys at TDK for this one. Thank you.
Yeah.
They
I was
killed.
gonna
Sure.
say. I was gonna say, did they hire the same caricature artist that they did for?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, yeah.
for
Could've.
the other one, and they maybe just put like a little bit more of a filter over it, rather than making it like
like
hand drawn caricature. But they made it like
that Shrek face is something.
pencil,
And you
pencil
see,
and
you see how his ears are like flapping in the wind. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
weird.
No.
It's a no
It
for
was
me.
Shrek almost looks like he's got like a manic evil expression in this one too.
It
It's like-
does.
he doesn't look like friendly, happy-go-lucky Shrek. He looks like he's about to run this bird over mercilessly, and he's happy. I mean, I guess that's kind of on brand for Shrek, right? But
Yeah.
In terms of context, like this Shrek 2 box art does not encapsulate like what the theme of Shrek 2 is at all. Like it's not just Shrek's happy to be here guy, but
No.
it is just a striking design. It's like, oh, there's Shrek. I want to play it.
But I feel like when compared with the first game, he's peeled back a few layers. He's a little bit happier now. He's met Fiona. He's gonna go meet her parents. Like I feel with that context, he's a little happier.
He
He's come
wasn't.
out of his shell
He
a little
wasn't
bit.
excited about it in the movie though. He wasn't. He should have been like dreading it. Like, oh, here we go. Here's my Shrek 2 adventure.
Maybe this is just like post credits of Shrek 1. He doesn't know he's gonna go meet Fiona's parents yet, so he's still a little happy.
Hmm.
ultimately, what should have happened with the Shrek the Third box art as a progression. So we had like the straight angle on Shrek for the first game. Then this one we kind of zoomed out a little more, and he's like tilted. Really, what they should have done for Shrek the Third is they
It's
just
just
had,
like
like,
his-
like a sideways cast shot of like all of them together or something, or just
Yeah.
sideways on the box.
That'd be great.
But-
That'd be great. Shrek 2, and honestly, they had a lot to work with Shrek 2. Like they could have gone so many different ways with like the like
Yes,
far
He
far
just-
away. You know, they could have had that in the background, but they just decided. And they had so many new characters, but they decided just to go with, you know what, Shrek. Shrek still sells by himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's got it. Like, they didn't include their whole cast of characters, and that's when Puss in Boots was popular and everything.
well, we can put him on the back. We'll put him on the back. It's Shrek. Shrek is our guy.
Yeah.
You even got on the bottom left corner. You can see they even added the detail of his little vest.
Oh yeah,
like as if they were zooming out a little bit more from the first game to the second one here. You even have a little bit of his vest. So
Yeah, they probably told someone to. They probably just took a whole model and then they were like, "Let's crop it. Let's crop it how we want it, and we'll angle that logo right on his head."
Yeah.
So it's Shrek 2 for me.
Can we talk about Donkey and sunglasses in DK's Double Dash cart?
I'm feeling it, honestly.
Donkey in shades.
I think it works. I mean, he's been in shades before, like when you get into the little musical numbers at the end. I feel like he had that a couple times.
So do you think he's wearing the shades throughout the whole racing game? This Game Boy Advance racing game?
I don't know. I really want to know what it looks like to even, how much do you see of Donkey's model in this game?
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it look like Super Circuit?
I was about to say it probably looks like that, where it's just kind of that behind the shoulder view there.
Yeah. Or they could have done something really weird and done like an isometric thing. That would have been probably terrible, but it would have been an interesting idea anyway.
Yeah. The blur effect is way overused, though. Definitely going with Shrek 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will say I will give credit. I like the fact that they're sort of encroaching on the Game Boy Advance logo. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Just not in a great way, because you see the effect bleed over into it, which is a nice.
Yeah. It isn't in an interesting enough way. Whereas the Shrek 2, the logo having an effect on Shrek is awesome. Like I honestly I love that. That's such a cool detail.
So good.
Imagine this box art, Shrek 2 box art on the Game Boy Advance cover. You could have his ear all extended over onto the Game Boy Advance logo. He could really be popping there.
Oh yeah. I see what you mean.
He could be. That would be like the perfect size for this. I feel like that kind of. So Shrek 2 it is.
Shrek 2 it is.
All right.
Shrek 2 it is.
On to match number 7. Shrek's Carnival Craze Party Games versus Shrek Hassle at the Castle.
Oh no.
That's cursed.
Uh-oh.
That is so cursed. Yo, why is it like it's warped? It's like warped in that.
It's not, but it's not even Shrek's Carnival Craze Party Games. It's DreamWorks Shrek's Carnival Craze Party Games.
Oh no, that box art is beautiful. Hassle at the Castle, I'm talking about, is cursed. It's warped and disturbing.
I'm talking. Oh, yeah. I didn't want to talk about that one. It's
so bad.
Great Sky Hype. Worst. Oh yeah,
Sky Hype is on point.
Very nice sunset going on.
What's
back
going
there.
on? They got like Ganon's castle going on back there. Calamity.
Ganon's castle in the background. The background is beautiful. I will say that. I actually really like the background in this one. Might be my favorite background so far, just for the sunset.
I would agree. It's everything else that is just horrible.
Well, you can't look Shrek. You can't look Donkey right in the eyes. It's really it's unsettling.
It's really disconcerting. Fiona looks. I think Fiona's the scariest of all. Honestly,
yeah.
I think she's.
Shrek but there's something to be said about Shrek's face. Also, look at him. He's got some. He's up to no good.
He's really up to no good. Yeah, he looks like he get caught with his hand in the cookie jar sort of look.
Can I tell you something? I actually really like the Carnival Craze Party Games box art. I think it's fun.
It's busy, but I feel like it's complementary to like the carnival craziness of the actual title.
Because I'm actually kind of with you. I actually really like the expressiveness. Like you really get the idea that Shrek just tossed that thing.
They actually look good.
There's a lot of depth to the image.
They actually look pretty good. They actually look like with fitting expressions for what's going on for once.
Yeah.
I love that. Like you can already get a sense it's going to be like that. The game from Pokemon Stadium where you're like the Ekans wrapping around the poles with these little snakes.
I'm getting some really nice cheap Carnival Games vibes from on the Wii, which is the best selling Wii shovelware game.
I mean, it's definitely pulling on that. I mean, Shrek has not been shy to take on all of that.
What's that?
Shrek has taken on like everything. The carts, the bad version of the karting games, bad version of the Mario Party. It's got it all. No, they got to be a carnival.
At the very least, if this is just Wii shovelware, which it kind of clearly is, just in the sense of what kind of a game it is, honestly, the box art is really pretty quality.
Yeah,
for what you get, as like A for effort on that one, man. That looks
good.
Great.
The weirdest one, I think, to me is probably Puss in Boots. He's kind of got a weird, like...
He's like,
pose,
I'm about to use the hammer to ring the bell at the top of the star.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
The way he's looking back.
Yeah. He just kind of had him... Yeah, that is weird. I don't know why they don't have him facing everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they wanted to get the idea is like, oh, he's about to do this, but everyone's getting excited, so he turns around. And it's like, okay, why? Rather than he's just holding a hammer randomly. Maybe.
Yeah. So, yeah, is there anything else to say about Hassel at the Castle? I mean...
Honestly, like, it looks like DK mode N64, like Golden.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the vibes I'm getting, and it's that's funny. This is not funny. This is scary.
Could work well with GoldenEye graphics. Yeah, because there's scary looking faces going on.
Yeah.
Can you imagine naming a game Hassel at the Castle? I can't, but I'm excited to see what's going on at the castle.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks like it's Ganon's taken over there, I think. So.
I feel like, though, if you removed Shrek, the title, and the characters, and you added some other kind of, like, just generic other fairy tale-looking person, this could have been some, like, adventure 2D platforming game on the Game Boy Advance that could have been okay, but the Shrek thing just looks so off-putting. Like, someone literally photoshopped another game and just put Shrek characters on it. Because otherwise, if you strip Shrek out of this, Hassel at the Castle, I think, looks okay, and everything else behind them looks really neat. Mm-hmm. You just needed like a generic, like anthropomorphic character to throw into this game, and I think it could have been okay.
You put any good character design there, yeah.
Also, let's talk about the fact that Fiona looks like she's leaning on Shrek, except she's making absolutely no contact to him at all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, there's like
it's a good like 3 or 4 inches in between them.
Man, it's just so. And as an avid Shrek fan, it's just so disingenuous as to what these characters would pose like. They would never pose like this.
Yeah,
this is insulting to Shrek fans.
This is insulting.
Can you imagine Shrek doing a power pose like that and looking so mischievous? I can't. I can't.
That's weird. Can I also point out something that just seems weird to me, which is that the fact that the Game Boy Advance like logo looks way thicker than
looking thick today. Yeah, it
is looking thick today. 3 C's on that Game Boy Advance logo.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's really big, much bigger than.
TDK really knows what they're doing with Shrek, huh? They have such a way with him. Oh, by the way, it's Activision TDK seem to be most of these. So, all right, so I vote for Carnival Craze Party Games.
Yeah, honestly,
me too.
It's fun. Also, using the snake for that is just like, if Shrek ever went to a carnival, they would just use the like normal ring toss. But if Shrek was making a carnival, that's what he would use. You know, so I kind of like that. That feels like a fun little Shrek-ish detail. So.
Yeah, I want to play it. I'll play it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going into the last round of our last match of round number 1, and then we've seen all the games we have to offer here. All right. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Shrek Super Slam versus Shrek Smash and Crash Racing on the PSP version. Okay.
Another racing game.
Interesting.
Yeah. Shrek Smash and Crash Racing is the one I have on GameCube.
Oh, you have that on GameCube? Oh, okay, interesting.
It's also not great, but...
Again, with that blur effect. My goodness.
They really went for it there.
They toned it. Yeah, they toned up the blur effect on that.
Yeah, this is like an actual blur. The other one was like, they did an outer glow and made it look almost like a ghost. But this one actually got some movement there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like how it's kind of... It emphasizes the foreground there. They're more in focus.
It almost looks like the dragon is kind of like fading away like an Infinity War, though. I don't know what's happening to her face.
Yeah, but... Also, speaking of Donkey, what the hell? What is up with Donkey? He's like... He's got a weird expression on his face. He's a little too happy to be riding dragon.
And look at these creatures. I remember this game where you would ride around on these creatures that never existed before. Shrek... on this like super weird green hairy creature.
It's like
That
a
has-
turtle Shrek. He's
And
got,
that,
like,
yeah.
You got Shrek's
He's got
ears.
The Shrek stalks, yeah. What?
And then
Oh.
Puss in Boots just rides a bull because of course he does.
Because
Of course.
he's
Yeah.
Spanish and gold. Corridor.
And Shrek Super Slam is like,
I-
come here, you Prince Charming. Ah,
You know what? Honestly, the lighting
the
it
lighting
makes
is
all the
beautiful.
characters look beautiful. It really does. It's kind of amazing. This like Shrek 4 levels, Shrek Forever After levels of like lighting quality.
And Super Slam really pops. Like,
Yeah.
and it looks good.
Does
The
it pop?
logo, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I'm with you there. I like the sort of like broken brick kind
It's
of.
very like they went for very similar things with that. It's Smash and Crash Racing almost very similar styles, but Super Slams just works much more.
Oh, and to circle back on your question, Alec, looks like Donkey's teeth is missing in this
Yeah,
one,
they
too.
are. They are.
Yeah.
I guess they are. Maybe I'd never noticed that before.
Yeah.
Wild, but
Look, and also we've noticed a thread is like they love you have to have Shrek, Puss, and Donkey whenever you can get those three in. That's like their golden combination. You got those three in both of these.
I do like how we're sort of picking on Prince Charming here on the
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
Slam. That's fun.
But it's like playful. Like
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Get me out of you.
Ah.
Yeah, he's not having any of it because he doesn't want his beautiful face and hair to be messed up.
I also love how Smash and Crash with the finish line thing at the end, it literally says like finish Activision, like just finish them off.
Finish Activision. Finish. Well, to me, I think that's the message that they give their developers all the time, which is why they rush games out. Finish Activision. Finish this series, which is why we're going to release 2 or 3 entries every year.
Pretty
and
much.
kill the franchise.
Yep.
I do think for Smash and Crash Racing, there's a little too much sky space going on. Like they could have shifted the whole thing down a little bit, a little better.
I do
Yeah,
love
maybe-
the top of the PSP bar, though. I mean, I just love PSP cases in general, but I love how
Yeah.
that complements the blue space a little bit.
I will say I actually agree with you. I really like it's something that I really like about Switch boxes too. I really like that like thin
Mm-hmm.
sort of long box kind of style. It's really nice. And yeah, that's one thing I really liked about PSP games. But
I mean, I think in terms of like selling you on the game, I think Shrek Smash and Crash Racing is more effective. It's like I think they actually accomplished a bit of showing speed here, and you get an idea what you're getting into. Shrek Super Slam, it's like, oh, that's kind of wacky, but I don't know if I really want to
Yeah.
play it. It's like,
I-
all right.
I guess that is true.
Yeah.
I will say one weird thing that I noticed right away with the Shrek Smash and Crash Racing though is like the way he's gripping that like toad thing.
Yeah.
Like it's very strange. Like he's like got the top of its head and then he's like got the side of it. Like what kind of a way to hold on to something is that? Like normally you would think you get a couple of good clumps of its hair like that, but no, he's like that, which is like
Yeah, and
okay.
he seems sturdy on there. It would be one thing if he was like, whoa, I've fallen off. He's going so
Yeah.
fast, but
Yeah.
he seems very locked in. Shrek Super Slam, another thing is that it's not like everyone's in on the action. You know, Shrek's just giving
It is-
Prince
yeah.
Charming a noogie, and then the other two are just posing.
Oh,
for that.
hey, we're here. Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
yeah, we're
especially-
back here.
Donkey especially is just like looking right at the camera.
Like, hey, it's me. I'm Donkey.
Yeah.
I'm here. Yeah, it is a little.
Yeah, so
It
if
is
you
a
don't
little
get an
weird,
idea that it's like, oh, it's a fun brawl, it's just kind of like, oh, there's a couple of pals hanging out here. Like Shrek and Prince Charming are a couple of pals. But so I don't know. This has
been the toughest one I think of all of them for me. There's a lot of really good qualities to both. I think.
There really are. Yeah.
I think
I'm leaning towards Smash and Crash Racing right now. I just really love the way the logo sits, the blue background sky up there, and then the PSP
Yeah.
logo at the top.
I'm really leaning Super Slam myself, despite the fact that like Puss and Donkey both kind of feel like they're like, hey, we're in here. Background is really nice. I don't know if it necessarily complements the action, but
Yeah.
the overall like kind of you get the idea of the setting. It's far away, and we get the cool logo. It feels like it fits right in there. Nice fluffy clouds, a la fairy tale, and then you get some of the most beautiful lighting I've ever seen on a Shrek box. I mean, it's
and I also feel like the blur effect on a cover just really does not.
I'm trying to think, does Mario Kart really use blur effects? I'm trying to remember if there's a Mario Kart game that uses blur effects.
Maybe Double Dash. Did Double Dash do that?
Double Dash might have.
I could see them doing it, but yeah, because I like that the blur effect is so much more purposeful here, but it also does.
It is better. It is much better here.
It does bleed into Dragon's face, so she is kind of having a dusting effect going on there, which shouldn't be. Like, she should be more in focus. Like, you just wipe away that effect there a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
So, But Shrek Super Slime, again, I just don't know what I'm getting into here.
I mean, if we're going purely based on whether or not we know what we're getting into, I mean, both Shrek and Shrek 2, you have absolutely no idea. It's just Shrek's half of Shrek's face and then a quarter of Shrek's face, or all of Shrek's face. So
it's true, but I think that almost something like that is more effective than just having them all pose here.
Yeah,
I'm voting Shrek Super Slam. I don't know. I'm throwing it in. To me, I like Shrek Smash and Crash Races. Honestly, it's very close for me. I think just overall the lighting and like overall quality of the it's a Super Slam. You get the. I think really honestly the bottom half. The bottom half is the slam. He's slamming. He's
getting slamming. Shrek is slamming Prince Charming.
Yeah, he's about to. Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know. And everybody just watches, or what?
I guess. I mean, Donkey definitely looks like he's ready to watch. You know.
I just like it if they're all slamming each other. Honestly, that would do more for me.
I think. I mean, it would have been fun if like Puss in Boots. It would have been more fun. I think. I agree. If Puss in Boots had been like actually like attacking Donkey or something. You get an idea of like this is like a fighting game, or
you could say the same thing about Smash and Crash Racing, because the whole point of that is that you're supposed to smack into each other too. There's like the Smash element, you know. You got the Smash and Crash part of the racing. You know, they're just kind of racing next to each other here.
Is it like Mario Kart 8? Like, are you supposed to actually run into each other to like do stuff, or?
I think so. I think you can just like actually smack each other, but I mean, at least based on the name, you would suggest some sort of more action involved, not just playfully riding next to each other. So
yeah, I actually really don't like how Puss in Boots is like coming into the frame there. It just doesn't feel right. Like, it almost feels like he's just like placed over Shrek. I almost feel like it would have been better if we just showed Shrek maybe running into something, and then maybe brought Donkey and Dragon in like a little bit closer.
And I think they could have done more there too, like just have them doing like wacky. They could go a little more wacky with it, like, whoa, I'm falling off this creature, bro. It's going so fast, and they're like, whoa, we got one hand on it, and or like one's actually trying to smack the other on the on their characters, but it's tough.
Yeah, I think I love the top half of the case for Smash and Crash. Starts to lose me at the bottom half, whereas Super Slam, I think all across the board, even if I don't really know what's going on, if I picked up and played this game, it's just a really nice looking cover. So
clean.
Yeah, I'll go Super Slam.
All right, well then I'll vote Smash and Crash Racing for the culture.
They're both good though. I think
they're both. This is definitely the hardest one, I think, for me.
Yeah,
Smash and Crash is like it's like 51-49. Like, that's how close it is for me. Really.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so that's it for round 1. We're moving on to round 2, which will pit Shrek Forever After against Shrek. Shrek Forever After on the PS3 versus Shrek on the Xbox.
I wasn't a big fan of Forever After to begin with. Again, going back to the simplicity of the original Shrek, kind of that weird psychedelic-looking background. Even the all-new environments plus new characters designed by Todd McFarlane sign.
Weird. Just like a random sign in this middle of this like moat or wherever he is.
I also feel like it's just kind of a product of its time. Like, you always expected those, like, you know, back of the box or even front of the box bullet points of why you should buy this game. So I don't know. I really like it, just based on the simplicity, even if his eyebrow is looking mighty weird.
It's so weird. The more and more I look at it, though, the more I think he's in like the VIP section of a strip club or something. It's like so velvet and like it's like a nice couch or something, you know.
The purple does really complement the green, though. I will say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it was really quite good. I mean, I seem to remember back when they made those like weird colored ketchups and mustards and stuff. They had like purple and green. I mean, that's kind of what they did. That those are complementary colors, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like how
And
red,
plus,
red and yellow.
plus it goes with the Xbox specifically. It works nice.
It does. It all works. It all comes together. Even the text is green. Even the text on all new environments is like Shrek green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it does all come together.
Some of TDK's best work here. Some of TDK's best work. Oh man.
It is weird. I will say, looking back at the Shrek Forever After, DreamWorks Shrek Forever After, it is very weird to have the final chapter there between them. Like, did we really need that? I mean, I get it when you're doing it for the movie poster, but like, why did you put that on the game box art?
I'd say
like,
yes. I think I like that space being filled. I think it would have looked weird without it.
Do you? I don't know. I'm not really a big fan, honestly.
That's the thing I'm most a fan of on this box art. I like it a lot.
I hate Shrek's face on this box art. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, we gotta give a shout out to the second ogre as well. He's like, he's got, what is he even there for?
Looks like Gollum. I'm making like Lord of the Rings comparisons. We got Gollum, Cave Troll, and I don't know, Gimli up there. I don't know.
Gimli.
You know that meme where it's like I understood the assignment or whatever, and you post a picture. I think that's like the third one. You know the middle ogre on the left, like he understood the assignment. Everybody else was just kind of, huh?
Kind of like, huh? What?
Everybody else was supposed to make a stank face, but they left him hanging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shrek didn't know what to do. It's so weird how he's looking.
What's going on?
Why would you do such?
It's like,
why would you give a side eye like that? I would never.
Yeah, it's such a weird. I don't like it. I hate it. I hate it. I honestly, I don't like it.
So bad.
Yeah.
All right, I vote for Shrek. Shrek's gonna get his ass blown out in a later round, but
is Shrek have the water temple like in the background of his eye there on Shrek? I don't know what he's.
It might be
just a couple of stairs. He's looking up some steps. Like
it's like he's seeing his death, like going up the stairs, the stairway to heaven here.
Yeah, that's why he's smiling about it. Yeah.
It's like.
I really want to see. I really want a breakdown of like what's in the reflection of his eye there. So.
Mm-hmm. I'm voting for Shrek.
Yeah, I'm voting for Shrek as well.
No doubt.
Yep.
Okay, so that brings us to the second match of round 2, which is Puss in Boots versus Fairy Tale Freakdown.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I mean, this Puss in Boots has got a lot of really nice little details on it. Mm-hmm. You get the hat covering the eye, the smug smile, the sword going through the S.
Look, you can't point at Puss in Boots and say anything's wrong with it. But would we be remiss to let Puss in Boots run train through this whole bracket when we could have Fairy Tale Freakdown?
We could have Fairy Tale Freakdown, which is, I think, my favorite title of a Shrek game so far.
It is great. Yeah.
I think it's my favorite altogether. It might be the first Shrek game also because it was on the Game Boy Color.
And ultimately, it's about letting your freak flag fly, isn't it?
As we learned in Shrek the Musical, with your shoehorned Broadway social commentary, yes, it is about that. As we learned.
Freak down. I've never freaked down before. I'm not going to start today.
What is a freak down, anyway? Let alone a fairy tale freak down.
I guess all the freaks are involved. I think that's literally all it's going for, is like all the fairy tale freaks are
it's supposed to be like a showdown, like a
smackdown.
Like a showdown. Smackdown or whatever, but
wrestling.
It's a freak down. Right.
Yeah.
So which... is there an argument that Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown is a better box art than Puss in Boots?
I mean, I will say, again, I like all the little all the showings of all the side characters. That's
Yeah.
fun. You don't really get that in any of the other boxes. I like the fact that you have all these side characters here. The weird angle, Felonious just being like about to get destroyed by this knight. I don't know. You know, it's just like it's just such a weird angle. Shrek's expression is like
Yeah, and we're at an angle to where we are the victim of this freak down. So
It's true. Yeah.
you don't know how to feel.
we're the victim.
We've
of
already
the
been
freak down.
freaked. We've already been freaked the heck down, brother.
Yeah, what are we? Are we Donkey's like elderly woman owner here who is trying to pawn him off? Is that who we are here? It's just like,
Rusty,
yeah.
Rusty, do you know what you're voting for here?
I think I'm going with Puss in Boots. I mean, I just think it captures the essence of the character so well. The textures of the entire box art are just terrific. I mean, both with Puss in Boots' actual fur, the leather of the hat, even the leather of his necklace. I love the added little detail of the sword going through the S. It's just, I don't know. I think it just looks so well done. Whereas I think Fairy Tale Freakdown, while the name is great, and I love how they have all those characters captured, I don't know. I just feel like Puss in Boots is just striking. It looks really good.
Okay, Alec, how do you vote?
Yeah, I think I really have to go with Puss in Boots as well. Yeah, as much as I really am gunning for Fairy Tale Freakdown, but I don't think I can, in good faith, vote for it over the simple elegance of the Puss in Boots box art. I think it was a really good idea to have it like really up close and personal like that. Box arts can, especially for licensed games, can really phone it in. But this one, having that sort of like debonair sort of swashbuckling kind of idea for your box art, really just focusing in on the character and not having the extras, really works in its advantage. I think I think it really stands out. They didn't even bother with a border. The image bleeds into the box, so that's cool.
Well, I would have voted for Fairy Tale Freakdown. Thank you.
Would you really?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Again, it's got the characters going for it. It does, but
I'll be damned if Puss in Boots wins this competition just by showing his face.
I mean, that said, because if we do keep going back, like, we're gonna literally end up getting like Shrek versus Shrek 2 versus Puss in Boots, like all of these like super focused, zoned in shots of characters.
Yeah, but
which
you just love the simple. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, I mean, we could. So here's the thing: Fairy Tale Freakdown. What could have done better?
Not
different expression on Shrek.
Not the freaking move that text like that. Don't leave room for the
text
R.
like that's a nightmare. Maybe changing the angle somewhat and not making like the angle's just all weird and off.
But
it's like we're under the ring.
We're in the ring.
Yeah, maybe
we're getting thrown down.
Parallel to the ring, like you're kind of like a side shot of it, as opposed to you're literally laying on the ground taking a photo.
This angle is where the charm comes from, though. I think if we look at it straight on, it's like, I mean, it looks. There's something about the unsettling angle and the face from Shrek here that gives it any charm. I think.
I'm just caught up in a freak down right now.
The face from my nightmares.
You rarely are put in the position to where you were freaked down in that moment. And this one does. Like, usually you're the one freaking down.
Yeah, I hate it, but you're kind of winning me over. You're kind of winning me over.
Here's what I want to know. Does the side of the box, if you got a complete box copy of Fairy Tale Freakdown, is it shiny or is it not?
The Game Boy Color logo,
Yeah.
you mean? Is it a shiny Game Boy Color logo? That's an excellent question.
Because that could, like, really push me over the edge. Not that should be like the determining factor.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Game Boy Color box arts. Game Boy Color, in terms of game boxes, horribly confusing. Because there are Game Boy Color games that are not exclusive to the Game Boy Color. That they say Game Boy Color, but you could actually play it on Game Boy. There are Game Boy games that you really played on the Game Boy Color that were better. There were other. There's like 5 or 6 different variants of Game Boy Color box arts. There's the matte finish. There's a shiny finish. it's wild. Yeah, the shiny finish would actually be pretty cool on this box art, but I doubt it was. I feel like
it doesn't.
It doesn't. It's been matte.
But it's interesting because the top and sides of the box have the same purple color as Shrek does on the original Xbox.
I don't know. That doesn't do anything for me though. Unfortunately, I'm only basing it on this art, not on the rest of the box. Though I will say that's cool. That is cool that it has that purple.
Fucking Puss in Boots.
Yeah,
does it
I don't
again.
know.
I'm sticking to my guns. I'm saying Puss in Boots.
I think I have to as well.
Yeah, that text, man. I hate the fact. Honestly, if they hadn't done that with the text, I might just say Fairy Tale Freakdown. Honestly, I just don't. I don't understand why they did that. Like you can combine it. Like you move it over, it changes nothing. It really changes almost nothing.
It's such a meme quality to that face. Like it feels like it would be in the Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life video. Like you make that face.
Yeah, it does. It does feel like it belongs in there.
All right. So Puss in Boots moves on.
All right.
Freaking Puss. Push. Okay. So next up we got Shrek's Treasure Hunt versus Shrek 2. Oh boy.
So Shrek. So another detail that I don't know if he mentioned. Shrek's whole hand is like it feels like it's consuming Fiona.
It does.
He's
He
so
looks
huge.
abnormally large
huge.
by comparison.
Yeah, I mean he's huge, but like it's almost like he's even like bigger than normal, I guess.
I do like the mice running down his arm though. I think that's
that
nice.
is fun. That is a fun detail.
And there's always the one in the front who's waving over here.
Yeah, he's like, hey.
I feel like these simple box arts are gonna take out all the charming ones.
Honestly,
we can't vote for Treasure Hunt, can we?
I can't.
I really want to. Honestly, I really
But look
want
at Fiona's
to.
face.
I wish I could.
Look her in the face and vote for her. Tell me you can do
I'm
that.
Sorry.
No.
The Shrek 2 is honestly like, it's so good. But I will say, if it was between Fairy Tale Freakdown and Treasure Hunt, that would be a lot harder.
That's the thing. We took out. They're all taking each other out. Like they're all getting taken out. So we couldn't have like the meme pick in the end, probably. But all right.
I think the details of the Shrek 2 box art are just so much better.
Shrek 2,
That's so good.
Shrek 2 is a game I actually played growing up and still love and fond of, and I've always thought the box art was nice. It's like
Shrek
feeling about it.
Treasure Hunt. I mean, it's like an artist. They commissioned an artist to do that, or I mean, they probably just had somebody on staff do it. But like, somebody made that. Somebody made that. They didn't just use a CG thing of Shrek. Someone painted that or colored that in. Some pencil artist.
And man, I just love Fiona's expression though. She is so shocked that someone would take their onion, their one onion they had prepared.
Onion? The one onion in our basket.
And our cup of fire.
Or blood. Or whatever that is.
It's like...
Is the Goblet of Fire?
I'm still so confused about the concept of Treasure Hunt. It sounds like it should be named like Shrek Picnic Fiasco or something.
Shrek's Picnic Fiasco?
But it's a treasure hunt somehow. I'm just so curious to I would like to play that game.
Hey, I don't know what kind of game. Again, I'm assuming it's a find it type game, but
yeah.
So I vote for Shrek 2.
Yeah, I got it as well.
Gets my vote.
The detail, some of the little details, the simplicity. I like it.
Up.
I like it a lot.
All right, so the last match of round 2 is going to be Shrek's Carnival Craze Party Games versus Shrek Super Slam.
I love Carnival Craze so much.
I still love it.
That box art is so fun.
Kudos to the lighting still of Super Slam. I still think that looks beautiful. It looks like Shrek Forever After style, like quality of lighting, like well beyond his time. But yeah, I mean, just everything about Shrek's Carnival Craze Party Games just like makes it look like of a much higher quality than it probably is.
Yeah,
when you play it.
It's one of those box arts where the box art looks much better than the actual product. I'm sure. Because you probably have really janky those Wii models of the characters doing these carnival games and
Eminem's Carnival.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But man, I just want to be there and play games with my favorite Shrek characters. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, this is one I like would literally consider going to eBay, and if I can get it for like $8 or something, this might show up on Pete's eBay affiliate link on next Saturday.
Yeah, honestly, there's something about these licensed games where like I don't even care. Like if the box art looks nice, it just makes me want to get it.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is the case, but I guess because it's so easy with licensed games to just have it look like okay, it's just the standard. Whatever the movie poster looked like or whatever. It's so often what it is. So when you see something like this, it's like, oh, I want to see what they're working with. So Shrek's treasure hunt.
Yeah, or something scuffed like Hassle at the Castle.
It's very scuffed.
I'm gonna look up gameplay after this. I want to see what that game looks like so badly.
Yeah, it feels like DK mode's just constantly on in that one.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I had that game once upon a time. I don't know what happened to it. Did I give that to you, Rusty?
I don't think so.
Because I remember looking for it. I think I would have given it to you there because I had it at one point. I think it is just a side scroller thing.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, I don't really know the name Hassle, but okay, yeah, Carnival Craze.
Yeah, I gotta give it to Carnival Craze as well.
So good.
As much as I love the little details of Super Slam, the brick being broken. The really gorgeous landscape in the background of Far, Far Away. Just having Prince Charming on a box art, which is unusual. I don't know, just the kind of like fun vibe you sort of get from it. But honestly, if we're going for a fun vibe, Shrek's Carnival Craze party games, I mean, that's got it in spades right there. That just looks like I just want to have fun with Shrek and the gang.
Everybody's in on the fun too.
Yeah, everybody's having a good time. Yeah.
Not just a couple of boys slamming each other and the other two watching.
Yeah.
So,
that's right.
So we're here into the semi-finals now, with the tale as old as time. It's Shrek versus Puss. The Battle of the Faces.
Wow. Battle of the Faces.
They both look equally high quality. Both of their faces and eyes are both
I would say
perfect.
if we're judging this on like color theory, like both of them are like
darn near perfect,
amazing in terms of what they do.
Yeah,
all of the color, and there's like no clashing colors on like any of these. Like all of it complements each other. Even the THQ logo sort of blends in a way. Like the gray of the TH fits with the sword. You've got in Shrek, it's all green, black, and purple. You got like the sort of red hazel color of his eye, but everything is like really honed in on that Shrek sort of color.
And it almost looks like his nostrils are flaring, like he's sniffing the TDK logo too. Like I never really noticed that before.
He's really enjoying that TDK logo.
Yeah.
TDK,
that's amazing.
Man. TDK.
It's just tough for me.
Better out than in, I always say.
Are you guys leaning towards one versus the other right now?
It's kind of tough. I mean, I am leaning towards Puss in Boots. And I will say it's because of the I will say it's because of some of the details of the logo fitting with the rest of the box. The fact that he's able to fill the whole thing, and Shrek has this weird like purple strip club room behind him. But the purple does complement the box art.
It's
a lot.
So good, especially with the Xbox logo at the top. Yeah, like everything just works so well together.
The purple, like in the background, that's like a castle with like some weird lighting, right? That's what it's kind of going for.
I think that's what I'm getting from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the first thing that came to mind is like a velvet couch kind of thing, you know.
The velvet room.
Yeah. So that's where my mind went to, is that he's like in a cushiony room, but like, I mean, can we deny the fact that the model does not look great? Like the hair follicles.
The hair follicles are kind of creepy.
We had to point that out when revisiting the original Shrek. Anyway, you know, like this model was always had that weird thing to it with the eye. And we pointed out the eye whenever you get close to Shrek in the original film. Like they purposely did that here. They're like, let's get in there, show them what we're working with.
Get in there. Get in there and show them how quality our CG model is.
There's a story behind that reflection, though. There's something going on in that eye. We just
There
don't
is.
know what it is.
Is it like a conductor composing the Shrek orchestra?
Could
Like,
be.
I'm trying to figure it out.
I think it's a skull. I think it's like a skeleton. There's like the top is like a skull, right?
I guess I can kind of see where you're getting that from, but I don't see that.
I almost see like one.
see, like,
I don't know
here.
why I see this. I see one of the three blind mice in a canoe, like on the water. I don't know why. That's what I see.
Well, I think that's the beautiful thing about this box art is that we're all right. We're all correct.
Really, we're all correct on that one.
We're all seeing what we're seeing, and that's the beauty of it. Shrek, there's something so special about this angle. It's like so bold to just get the one eye of Shrek, and like, he's such an icon. He just carries the weight of this box art with one eye.
I will agree, but we're getting one eye in Puss in Boots, and he's very, very well carrying this box art. I think. I mean, it's just
I'll be
quality of the models aside. We're getting as much personality from Puss in Boots as we are getting from Shrek, sort of, if not maybe more, because here we have a sly, maybe confidence from Puss in Boots, whereas Shrek, he's just kind of like, yeah, he's there, he's Shrek, he's fun, he's happy, he's in a swamp.
How about this though? How about this? Where are his boots? I mean, I feel like we got half of the fun.
That's true.
All Puss, no boots.
Yeah, but that's just the character name. Should they just have called him Puss? Should just named the
Puss.
the game
Yes.
Puss?
DreamWorks.
I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know if the ESRB would be okay with that one.
They should have just had like a spotlight, and it just have the boots by themselves as the box art. Just a spotlight on his boots.
So you're thinking, or here's another idea. Maybe with the sword going through the S, and then the boots have like his boots like sort of laying.
His boots are hanging.
One's standing up, and one's like on the ground, like laying sideways, kind of like
Maybe that's the reflection in his eyes. Is his boots or are his boots?
Maybe that's in Shrek's eye. We got some continuity here. Puss in Boots. We have some flash forward to Puss in Boots right here.
They were both looking just right at each other the whole time. They were looking right at each other. Man, I don't know which to vote for, honestly.
It's just really hard.
I'm gonna vote for Puss in Boots. I can't deny it. Like, we're going hair to hair ratio here. I mean, the quality of the hairs on each of them. I mean, Puss got a lot of good hairs.
He does, yeah. That looks like my cat. You know, like it's some high quality hair right there.
Yeah, it gives you some warm feelings of your cat at home.
One of the cool little details, also, I will say, just looking at the Puss in Boots, is that like, so if you ever look at a cat, if you ever like really get in there and look at a cat, you will see there isn't uniformity to their hairs, where there's some that are poking out a little bit more. There's one thing I really like in this Puss in Boots box art is that around his collar, you can see that there's some stray hairs in a couple places that are around it, like right by like where the clavicle would be on a human. I really like that. There's like some crossover there. There's some like really good details. The hair was great.
Yeah. So is Puss your vote, Alec?
I think I'm gonna have to, despite the fact that it's so. This is like even closer than the other one, because the colors are like so neck and neck, and I think like that's kind of what's like drawing me into.
And
both
with
of
the
these.
Xbox specifically, it's so nice.
Yeah, it's a really great balance.
All right, so Puss will win. What would you have voted for, Rusty?
Yeah, it's a flip of a coin for me here. They're both so good. I could probably go either way, but if we already have a 2-person vote for Puss in Boots, I guess I'll show Shrek some respect, even though we're gonna get another Shrek close up here shortly with Shrek 2. So
that's right.
All right, so Puss in Boots, we'll see you in the finals. Okay, so now it's Shrek 2 versus Shrek's Carnival Craze Party Games, baby.
This is another really tough one, honestly.
Okay.
When you're comparing something like Shrek 2 to Carnival Craze, I feel like the chaos of Carnival Craze is like more exaggerated. Like when we were comparing it to Super Slam, when there was already kind of, I wouldn't say a lot going on, but you had multiple characters on screen, you had Far Far Away in the background. But when you're purely basing it like Carnival Craze versus Shrek 2, I feel like, my gosh, it just looks too busy. Even though I still love it.
Maybe a couple of less balloons back there with the DreamWorks logo.
Yeah, and you've got like 4 tents in the frame. You've got all the flags. You've got stars.
This is one I'm gonna lose sleep over, I think.
You will lose sleep over this one? Yeah.
But also the bias of loving the game too, right, Zach? I feel like that plays into it as well.
Yeah. It
will not
tough.
play into it for me. I will not let it play into it.
This is tough. I mean, again, I think definitely some respect to the nods of the Tony Hawk's Underground background to Shrek 2.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if I would say it's more or less interesting than the Velvet Purple Room. I guess maybe it's probably better in a way because it's less like, well, what the heck is that? Like, it's like, oh, okay, you kind of know what this is.
I mean, it's so like, un-Shrek. The background is so not Shrek, right? But it works somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up with that? Why is that? Why is that? Why does that background work so well?
I feel like the Xbox version though complements it better.
Even better with the greens. You gotta love the greens.
It is the greens. You gotta love the greens. Yeah. I will say the color greens work better for me greens. Anyway on the original Shrek more than it does on Shrek 2. I will say, but the green still does work
because it clashes with the purple. I will say I do not want Puss in Boots to win. So for my champion to battle Puss in Boots in the finals, do I want him to beat him at his own game with Shrek 2 or get him from the completely different style with Carnival Craze? I don't know which one's better.
So you don't want. So you're all against having Puss in Boots win the Shrek box art.
I'm morally opposed.
You're morally opposed.
See, I feel like whatever wins here takes the cake for me, because I love them both so much. Whereas Puss in Boots, like, it looks really fine. I feel like the detail of it all is great, but like, I feel like these are the two of the best box arts for the whole.
I'm still marveling. I'm still marveling at the inspired. I may be over exaggerating it a little bit just for effect.
Inspired.
I'm like, it's inspiring that they thought to shade the Shrek 2 logo on his head. Like, that's honestly really like I'm probably going on a limb here, but like you can quote me on this. I think it's inspiring.
That would literally bring a tear to Picasso's eye. I think
so. Yeah, I think he would be like, yeah. I mean, how could he not? I mean, you look at that. He'd probably swear at it in Spanish and then be like, "Oh, that's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen."
Yeah, he would be terrified. But aren't you inspired by the fact that Shrek's Carnival Craze Party Games did something with a game that had no right to be that good of a box art? It just as easily could have been. Actually very inspiring. They just as easily could have done the Shrek Super Party route. Do the caricature.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They could have gone Shrek Super Party. They could have made it look really, really horrible and horrendous and scary.
But they chose to make it look good instead.
Warm and fun and inviting. It just like having a party with Shrek and his friends.
It's a great point. I mean, I could be swayed. I think, Carnival Craze is right up there for me.
Fiona is making kind of a weird pose here where she's like Super Mario jumping, but she's still on the ground.
I love it, honestly. I love her pose. I love her pose. You never see her pose quite that in any of these box arts, Also, love for the Shrek form of Fiona, finally, by the way.
Yeah.
They keep showing her in human form in all these other box arts.
But you know what would have been above and beyond though, if they'd shaded the TM on Shrek 2. So Shrek 2 is shading his head, but the TM, there's no little TM shade on his head.
The little TM.
I think that would have been beautiful.
They do have the shading of the ring toss snakes though on the wood there.
That's true. That is true.
There is actual sunlight confirmed in Shrek's Carnival Craze Party Games.
Sunlight confirmed.
They literally have shading of the hammer on Puss's back. Like,
oh yeah, they do. It's true.
That's detail.
Yeah.
I feel like each character too just has a unique personality. Like they really went all in on this. Where I feel like other box arts, it's like they're all kind of doing the same thing, but then Donkey just looks like photoshopped in and looks out of place. Whereas this one, I feel like everyone.
They're in awe of Shrek's freaking skills with these snakes.
Yeah. Fiona's being the supporting wife, and she's really cheering him on. Shrek's like, about to get it. I'm about to get it on the ring. and then Donkey's like, hey, what's going on here, Shrek? And Puss
in Boots heard the commotion. He had to look at what was going on back there. He was about to strike that with his hammer. Like, what is going on over here? And he was happy about it. They're all happy about it. That's the beautiful thing.
Is that Shrek though? Is that very Shrek?
Well, you want to bring that? You want to bring that into? Then we're gonna go to Shrek 2 with his cheese and ass.
his cheese and ass are in here.
So happy.
This is like John Elway's quarterback.
These are both romanticized versions of the Shrek that we know and love. You know, this guy's always happy and jolly.
He could have put away a few pints. He's at the carnival. He's just chilling.
Putting away some pints. At the carnival.
Yeah.
Well, I will say you don't get the detail of his stubble in Shrek's Carnival Craze.
You do not.
Whereas you get it all. You get it all in Shrek 2. You get his little bit of hair untrimmed in the unibrow kind of area. The hairs on his eyebrows are actually like brown and look a lot better than they did on Shrek 1. You get some of his stubble.
Damn.
His teeth are looking a lot better.
Does anything about the eyes still bother you?
The fact that it's offset over your shoulder is a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is better than looking at you dead on. Maybe they tried that and they were like, "Nah, that's too scary."
Well, that's how you end up with Shrek, right? The original one. He's just looking straight on.
Carnival Craze for me. Final answer. Got to do it.
Sheesh.
Just dropping it.
Alex, do you have your vote? Man, Shrek fans are not going to be happy about this one. They're going to be mad at us.
Real tough. I don't know. This is such a toss-up to me. This is really hard.
Is there anything we can point to? Shrek's Carnival Craze. There's a slight outer glow effect on the logo. That's all right. I don't mind it.
I love it.
I
love everything about it.
An interesting thing. This is something we complained about on other box art battles. Even the one with Pete, the one with Cole, we definitely talked about like logos. Mm-hmm. I haven't noticed that being like a huge problem. I think Shrek 1 box art was the only one where we kind of mentioned like, oh, you got like way too much advertising or logos on the front. There's not really a whole lot on any of these. I can't find a fault at either Shrek 2, GameCube, or Carnival Craze party games on the Wii.
Yeah.
They both look great. They focus on the image itself rather than crowding it.
No glaring flaws here. It's tough.
Yeah. Like the Tony Hawk Underground, Shrek 2.
Mm.
It just works for where it really shouldn't.
Got some Sims the Herbs vibe too.
Yeah, that's another one.
That orange.
It's like, yeah, he's like in a back alley somewhere. It's like a concrete alleyway, and Shrek's like, hey! And it's like, his eyes are a little weird, but that's Shrek. I mean, that's Shrek right there. That's him. Zach, do you want to vote for me?
I'm gonna vote for Shrek's Carnival Craze party games.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
It's tough. I wanted to give point because the Shrek 2, the logo being on his head is just like, that's such a great detail. But like the fact that they went above and beyond on a party game on the Wii.
Yeah.
You know,
I
gotta give him props for that. You know,
it has no business looking that good.
It really doesn't.
No business.
Because he's probably absolute garbage. He's probably just terrible.
I would want to play it. I just want to play it now. Honestly,
I kind of do too. But
so would you vote for that also?
Yeah, I think so. I think I would.
How about that? We're in the grand finale. Puss in Boots versus Shrek's Carnival Craze party games. Carnival Craze, final answer. I'd like to present that to the jury. Okay. It wins. It wins. No contest. How would you have voted, Alec? Despite Carnival Craze already being crowned the winner.
We what? Rusty.
Our votes are locked in.
What are you talking about? You didn't vote for it. You didn't say anything.
He did.
I was looking up reviews. I was trying to find like a Metacritic review for Carnival Craze.
You can't let that. This has got to be box art battles. This isn't which game's better.
That was going to influence my eBay
That's
purchase
crazy.
later tonight.
Okay.
But no, I think from a box art perspective, Carnival Craze party games just it has to win. Okay, like there were a dime a dozen these stupid party games that were on the Wii. There was so many of them in your local bargain bins, and to get
this was probably one of them in there too.
It probably was, but to have the Shrek license, to go all out with this box art, super colorful. Every character on the box looks like they're just happy as a pig in mud. Like
an ogre in
come
mud.
on, ogre in mud,
or a snake on a steak.
A snake on a steak.
where Puss in Boots, like it looks fine, the detail's amazing, but like, come on, it's got nothing on Carnival Craze.
I think okay. Well, I think I would vote for Puss in Boots because of the details. I just really like that. I think it's very simple.
Do you have an argument that would you like to convince us to vote for Puss in Boots?
I mean, I don't know if I can because I don't have any problems with Shrek's Carnival Craze Party Games winning. Honestly, it's so good. It's great for literally all the reasons that both of you described. The reasons I've even described why I voted for it in the past. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's a great box art. Honestly, the fact that like this is like Shrek. I think this is Shrek Forever After. Like, it might be Shrek the Third, but it's like right in that time period. The models all look great.
Yeah, if it was Shrek Forever After, I'd love to see Rumpelstiltskin playing some games with him too.
Yeah,
that would be killer.
Honestly, like it just I don't know. It works. It works so well. It's like you really get the sense of like all the characters, sort of their personalities, which is weird because they're all just being happy. But like you do get kind of a sense of it in them. You know, Donkey Kong's kind of like all over the place. And he's coming in and enjoying it. Fiona's like, yeah, I was just enjoying the fun, and Shrek's the one that's controlling it all. He's maybe feeling really settling into married life finally, and he's
awesome.
Going loose. He's Carnival Craze for. Yeah, I mean, I think honestly the benefit of all the characters being on here and working so well, I think lends it to it. But
you know what they should have done? A nice little detail would have been to have like Fiona holding a stuffed frog or something, like Shrek won it for her.
Yeah, like maybe one of the balloons would be like
you got the balloon.
It's like the frog, yeah, or maybe she's holding tickets in one of her fists
something.
Too.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
Good.
Puss in Boots. The details though, they're solid up there. It's a good runner-up, I think.
That's pretty good.
So too.
Well, there you have it. Shrek's Carnival Craze Party Games is our champion, and I mean,
never thought I would ever hear that ever said.
Yeah.
Look forward to Box Art Battles All Stars in the future when Shrek's Carnival Craze Party Games comes back to compete with the best of them.
The best of, yeah.
I'd love to see that. Rusty, thank you for joining us. What would you take away from this experience today?
Well, hold on. Don't we have another slide, don't we? It didn't make the cut slide?
Sure, let's take a look at all the Shrek Box Art battles that did not make the cut as chosen by my brother. Oh my goodness.
My word.
Oh shoot.
There's so many.
Okay, yeah.
They're
okay,
all
they are
the
bad.
same.
Yep, they are bad.
They're all the same.
I'm glad to see them not included. So Shrek 2 Activity Center, Twisted Fairy Tale Fun, Shrek 2 Team Action, Shrek Game Land Activity Center.
Shrek 2 Team Action. That's like
Ugh.
That's like the same pose on Shrek 2, except he's not smiling. He doesn't have the toothy grin there. It's just like
yeah.
Shrek Swamp Fun with early math, Shrek Swamp Fun with phonics, Shrek the Third Arthur School Day Adventure, and DreamWorks.
Why is Arthur on here? Yo, why does
Superstar
Donkey look
cards.
so beautiful there? What is that?
Where?
What's wrong with him?
And Arthur's?
On Shrek the Third, yeah, what is going on with his eyes?
He's pretty. He has moments of prettiness in the films as well, I've
Very
noticed.
weird. I'm horrified by this DreamWorks Superstar Carts, by the way.
That looks horrible.
That's awful.
I think that might be one of the worst box arts, I think.
Every single one of them looks like a sticker on a box. Like
It's really bad. It's really not good at all. I feel bad for Hiccup back there. He's like, I'm here too, I guess.
So it kind of worked
Wow.
out. It kind of worked out that like it seems all of the regular games fit into the count, and then it's like all these PC and educational games got thrown out. So
So can I just point something out also? So you know how like a lot of times on certain things where they have like hero poses or whatever for promotional arts for characters, where they usually have them posing in a certain way, and you always use that image of the character to sort of save on money and save on time. I don't think Shrek posed in the same way in any of these box arts, which, I mean, for a licensed game, that's actually kind of impressive.
yeah.
yeah, what do you think of Shrek's swamp fun with phonics? How he's peeking in? Do you like it? Do you like him? He's really grabbing in. He's looking in the window.
He's really getting in there. I don't like that.
Not at all.
he's creeping in.
In Shrek Swamp Fun, with early math, he's got an awkward face.
That's like the grin that it's like imitating the grin he makes to Fiona when he shows like, hey, I'm an ogre kind of face. But, yeah.
Donkey is so happy in that first one, Shrek 2 Activity Center.
There's like an explosion. They're probably gonna die, but they're really having a good time. I love how it's called Twisted Fairy
Tale Fun.
It's twisted. It's twisted.
Messed up, man.
It's twisted.
Wow.
So whenever I think of that, I always think there was a mystery that I watched back in the day where it turned out like the whodunit of the mystery ended up being like a brother and sister, like in incestuous kind of thing. And so like one of the like things that would have given them away is like a nude portrait of that the brother did of the sister. And I remember the old lady, there was like an old lady that was like talking about it. She was like, it's very powerful, but it's so twisted. And it's like, yes, it is very twisted because this is incest. So whenever I see that twisted, I'm always like, I never think of it in like the good, like a good sense.
I don't think there is a good sense.
Twisted fairy tale fun. Yeah, so
there's no good sense of twisted, is there? There's wicked.
So you know what? Shame on you, ESRB, for rating this E. You called twisted fairy tale fun. You're calling that E rated.
All right, so yeah, thanks for joining us, Rusty. What would you take away from this experience? What are you gonna take away from today?
I think there are gaps in my licensed jank library that I need to go fill, and I need to go to eBay tonight and buy some of these.
Yeah, are there other games that are speaking to you here today?
Don't just do that. Don't just do that. You got Lauren.
I know. I'll have to run some of these by Lauren, but I think I could at least get by with some Carnival Craze party games. That's a fun party game.
Fun for the whole family. That's fun for the whole family.
Get her and Ryan in on it. Yeah.
Get the whole family involved. But Hassle at the Castle, we might need to slip that one in the cart.
Extra large
Smash
just to
and
see what's going on in Sweetsville.
Yeah, I mean, you need to figure out.
What about the Shrek Gameland Activity Center? That's the most boring box art, I think. None of them are looking in the same direction.
Gameland Activity Center, that looks like Shrek, the cover, like for the movie, for the most part.
But it's weird. Yeah. Everything about it is weird.
Donkey is a little disturbing. I like.
Yeah, Donkey's like, I'm
cropping.
I'm dissociating.
Good.
But yeah, I would buy a lot of these actually. Now that we've seen them, Shrek Fairy Tale Freetown, you know I gotta get down with that.
Yeah.
I want to see what the treasure hunt's about.
I need some complete in box version of Shrek Fairy Tale Freetown. Honestly, Shrek's Treasure Hunt is like the first one that I want.
Probably like it's like $90 on eBay or something.
Oh, yeah. Better not be. I hope not.
It's a hot.
Watch it be like super rare.
Yeah.
The rarest Shrek game. I feel like I should pick up some of these Shrek games.
The first one I see is Shrek Treasure Hunt Black Label Complete $8.69 free shipping.
Oh,
It's right in my wheelhouse,
me.
right in my price point.
Absolutely, that's right. That's beautiful. That is my price range right there.
Shrek Carnival Craze on Wii, $6.20, free shipping.
Shrek extra large.
Shoot, we about to buy up all eBay Shrek stock.
Shrek extra large. You gotta get it up. You gotta pick it up. This is the next new boom. Shrek game.
Shrek extra large was not as affordable, but
Oh really? Oh, interesting.
My next YouTube video, Shrek Hidden Gems.
Yeah.
You need to put it up on Pete's eBay trending.
This
You should
one,
put some
yeah.
Yeah, these Shrek treasure hunts look pretty good condition too, and they're only like $7. You know, sign me up. Honestly.
Well, Rusty, thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, anytime, my friends.
I hope being the successor to Pete Dorr himself. It's not easy to always be the runner up of how are you gonna follow that act? Well,
I
turn to our boy Rusty.
I cannot. Yeah, I definitely cannot follow up Pete well because it's Pete Dorr. I can't live up to those expectations. But I appreciate you guys having me on. Always a fun time chatting, especially chat about Shrek box art. There's nothing better.
It's pretty great. I mean, we did. It was kind of a perfect match because we know you like your licensed jank. So so this works really well. Shrek box art. Licensed games. There you go. So
box art battles are always fun. You never know what you're gonna. And well, most of the time you never know what you're gonna get. This time we kind of knew, but still some fun surprises there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't analyze Shrek box art, and I never would have thought that like Shrek's Carnival Craze party games would take the whole competition.
Shrek 2 going into it was like one of my front runner, because like I didn't expect anything to be able to match up to that, but did it.
Awesome.
So Rusty, where can everybody find you, sir?
I record a podcast with my brother-in-law called Otaku Brothers. You can find that on all your favorite podcasting platforms. Also record a podcast with my buddy Josh where we talk about movies and TV shows. We're about to finish up season 1 where we've been going through and reviewing all of the Fast and the Furious films. We'll be doing a review for F9 relatively shortly. And you can find me on Twitter, RELewis2011.
All about family.
Yeah.
It's always about family.
Yeah.
Always has been.
Yeah.
All right.
And here it was too. We have the Shrek family. That's what won, really. It's all the characters.
Family
right
fun.
there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, what video would you recommend our viewers go watch next, Rusty?
Well, I have some homework to do as it relates to Tarqaron. I also have some homework to do as it relates to, I think, just Disney. I don't know if this is a Pixar film, but I have not seen Luca yet. So I'm going to go take the action to watch that with my wife, and then I'm going to return to Tarqaron and watch Luca. But if all of you fine people have watched Luca, go over there, click that little watch button, go watch the review from Tarqaron.
Yeah.
It's your unhinged, uncensored reaction in review.
Raw, uncut. We'll cut a little bit. All right, so thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to our podcast feed. Like the video. Leave a comment. Hit the notification bell. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And like us on Facebook, Tarqaron TWO. All right.
Yeah.
See ya.